Hi, my name is Janie and this is Yoga with Janie Rose. Welcome to today's practice that is centered all around opening up your hips. This is an intermediate level practice, so some yoga experience would be recommended. We're going to start today seated down the center of our mat. Now you can join me in this position with your left leg in front of your right. Relax your shoulders down your back and sit tall. Hands can come to the knees. Lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky. Humble the chin so slightly. And start to bring the awareness inward towards your breath. We're just going to take a moment here to center in on the breath and watch the body breathe. And with every exhale, just notice how you soften a little deeper. And with every inhale, you bring yourself more into the present moment. Relax the jaw. Notice how you're fully supported here as the weight of the body comes down towards the ground. We'll begin today's practice with seated cat and cow. Hands stay on the knees as you inhale and roll the chest open, lift the chin. Exhale, round through the back. Release the chin to the chest. Inhale, chest opens, chin high. Exhale, open the shoulder blades as you press back. Take another each way, inhaling and slowly exhaling. Inhale, come back to center. Release your hands by your sides, turn the palms up, and inhale, reach up towards the sky, lengthening the spine. Exhale your right hand towards the earth and hinge over to the right as the left arm stays by the left ear for a left side body stretch. Take a few breaths. Gently rolling your heart open towards the sky. Inhale, come to center, reach both arms high, and exhale the other way. Roll the chest open and look up. One more breath. Inhale back to center, arms to the sky. And exhale, twist to your right. Right hand behind, left hand to right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, look back behind you. Breathe. Inhale, look forward. Come back to center and reach the arms up. Exhale, other way. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, looking back. Inhale, gaze forward. Coming back to center, reach up. And exhale, start to walk the hands forward out in front of you. Good, so we're getting a little bit here into the left hip. Now just go as far as you can comfortably. Breathing. You can slowly begin to press up. Hands behind, switch the legs, other way. Again, let's reach up, inhale. And slowly fold over the legs as you exhale. So this is just a gentle opening to start. Bringing yourself down towards the ground, perhaps. Inhale, slowly begin to press up. And from here, make your way onto all fours. We'll set up for another pass of cat and cow, this time in tabletop. Spread the fingers out nice and wide, stack the shoulders over the wrists and the knees under the hips. On your next inhale, start to draw the belly down as you lift the sits bones and open the chest. Exhale, tuck the tail to cat. Inhale, shoulders roll away from the ears. And exhale, hang the head between the arms. One more each way. Inhale, come back to your flat back. Tuck your toes and sink the hips towards the heels for a little foot stretch and a child's pose. Maybe you rise up onto fingertips and breathe. Inhale, come back to your tabletop, and exhale to downward facing dog. Take some movement in the first downward dog of the practice, perhaps bending one knee at a time. Relax the head. Gaze softly between the feet. Take another breath, lengthening through the back body. Good. Roll forward to plank. Stack the shoulders over the wrists and lower the knees back down. From here, you can rise to your left fingertips. Start to circle your left knee up and back around. So what you're doing is rotating through the left hip. Good, one more. Take your knee high, then step your left foot in front of your left hand. Walk the hands under the shoulders. Open the chest forward, getting into your right hip flexor. And from here, you can gently start to shift the weight back and forth, just opening up your left hamstring and your right hip simultaneously in this dynamic movement. So go at your own pace. Good, come back to center, plant the hand, sweep the left leg back. In your tabletop, rise to your right fingertips and start to circle your right knee up and back and around. Again, it's really a rotation of the hip. Good. Now bring your knee high and step your right foot forward. Walk the hands under the shoulders. Open your chest forward. And take a little movement back and forth. Just a couple more long, deep breaths. Coming back to center, take yourself back to your tabletop position and tuck the toes to downward facing dog pose once again. We're going to slowly begin to walk our feet forward, coming to the top. Feet together, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift once again. Hands to waist, you can slowly rise to stand. And release your arms by your sides. Setting up for sun salutations. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bowing all the way down. Half lift, inhale. Step back to plank as you exhale. Inhale here. Let's lower all the way down to the belly. Good. Inhale, roll up slowly. Open the chest to a baby cobra. Exhale, lower the head down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. From here, press back to the knees. Tuck your toes through downward facing dog. Let's take 5 long deep breaths here. Last breath. Good. You can walk or lunge your feet through to the top. Half lift. And bow, exhale. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. And exhale through standing. Again, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Floater step back through plank and chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Let's take a few breaths. Inhale to walk or hop to the top. Half lift. And exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands by your sides. One more, sun A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, you can make your way to the top of the mat. Hop, walk, or float. Half lift. And bow, exhale. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, standing. Bend the knees through chair pose, reaching the arms up by the ears, drawing the shoulders down, draw the belly in. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Half lift, inhale. Floater step through chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot through between the hands to warrior one. Pivot the back heel down and rise up for 5 breaths. Front knee is tracking in line with front toes. Body and shoulders squaring towards the front. Take another breath. And exhale the hands down through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot through to warrior one. Inhale, rise, and sink in for 5 breaths. Exhale the hands down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog.
Downward facing dog. And breathe. On an inhale, you can rise to toes and bend through knees, hop lunge or walk to the top. Half lift, exhale, bow. Bend the knees to chair pose, reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale through standing. Again, bend the knees to chair pose and hold. Reach the arms up, draw the shoulders down. And exhale, bow over straight legs. Half lift, inhale. Floater step through chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right foot between the hands to warrior one. For one, inhale. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left foot through warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Let's pause for a few breaths. On an inhale, rise to toes, bend through knees, hop, walk, or lunge. Half lift. On an inhale, you can rise to toes, hop, walk, or lunge. Half lift. Exhale, bow. Bend the knees, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, standing. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, fold over legs. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, lunges the left foot all the way down the mat, runner's lunge. Open your heart. From here, take a few passes of dynamic movement, opening up the hamstring and the hip once again. Lengthening through the spine. Coming back to your lunge, pivot the back heel down, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Gazing over the front middle finger, lifting your heart. Keep the front knee tracking in line with toes. Peaceful triangle. Inhale, press the front leg straight and take it back for a couple of breaths. A right side body stretch. And exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, side extended. Right fingertips to the inside of the right foot. Left arm reaches high. Option to take forearm to thigh and stretch the left arm overhead. Peaceful triangle. Inhale, press the front leg straight, back hand to thigh, right arm reaches by right ear. And exhale, bend back into the front knee. Frame the front foot with your hands and pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Lift your heart. Keep the left hand under the left shoulder and reach the right arm high to a twist. Breathe. Exhale, takes the top hand down and step back to three-legged dog, right leg high. Bend into the knee, open the hip just for a breath. And exhale, square the hips, lower the right foot down and roll through to a plank. Rolling onto the outside edge of the left foot to side plank. You can reach the right arm high. Now the top foot can stay where it is, or you can plant the right foot, top foot, down the center of the mat. Breathing here. Looking up if that feels okay for the neck. Slowly lower your left hip towards the earth and take your right hand to your right thigh, looking back, just gently opening up the right hip. Inhale, come back to center, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple breaths. Make your way to the top of the mat. Half lift and bow, exhale. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. And exhale through standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Right foot lunges back as you exhale. Taking dynamic movement, once again, getting into the hips and the hamstrings. Breathing with a long back. Coming back to your lunge, pivot the back heel down, warrior two, rise up. Consider this a hip opener. Inhale, open it up to your peaceful triangle just for a few breaths. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale to your version of side extended. Inhale to peaceful triangle just for a breath. And exhale, bend back into the front knee, frame the front foot. Come to your runner's lunge with knee over ankle on the left leg. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm reaches up to a twist. Back heel is pointing straight up towards the sky. Good. Exhale the top hand down. Sweep the left leg high to your three-legged dog. Bend into the knee, open it wide. And exhale, release the foot down, rolling through to plank, inhale. And then over to your right side. Again, the left foot can step down the center of the mat. So you have the left leg to 90 degrees. Breathe. And slowly lower your right hip towards the earth. Left hand to left leg. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a couple breaths here, lengthening through your back. Relax the neck. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose as you lunge the right foot through to a high lunge. Inhale up. Strong through the legs, shoulders away from the ears, heart lifted. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful triangle. Exhale to warrior two. In through humble warrior, interlacing the fingers behind the back and rolling the chest open. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Relax the head and neck. Draw yourself in towards your right shin and stretch the arms overhead. Draw the belly button back towards the spine for one more breath. Peaceful triangle. Inhale, come up slowly, straighten the front leg, open your right arm. And exhale through triangle pose. Arms stay wide. You can heel toe the back foot in to narrow the distance between the feet. And take your right hand down towards your leg. Maybe peace fingers to big toe, maybe fingertips to the earth today. And look up. Think long lines in this pose. Exhale takes the top hand down. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot and step it up and in just a little bit, setting up for pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Take a gentle bend in the front knee and bow over the leg. You can walk your hands forward if that feels good. Breathe. Drawing your right hip back to get a deeper stretch. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Setting up for half moon, walking the hands a little forward. Keep the right hand in line with the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Stack the hips, flex through the top foot. Lift the top hand and look up. One more breath. And exhale takes the top hand down. Good. Step it back to three-legged dog with your right leg high. Inhale. And you have the option to keep the leg high as you flow through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale the knee towards the nose, rounding out through the upper back, lunging it through. High lunge. Inhale, rise. Draw the shoulders down, lift the chest. Sink to 90 degrees in the front knee. Power up the back leg. And breathe. Exhale through warrior two. Inhale, peaceful triangle. Exhale back to warrior two. Humble warrior. Hands behind, interlace the fingers. Roll the chest open. And exhale, bow in towards your left thigh. Inhale, press up to peaceful triangle. And exhale, triangle, arms wide. Heel toe the back foot in and take the left hand down. Any variation today? And exhale, frame the front foot with the hands. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot and just step it up and in a little bit. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold over left leg as you exhale. Draw the left hip back. Half lift, inhale. Setting up for your half moon. Walking the hands forward, lifting the right leg. Left hand in line with the pinky toe edge. Stack shoulder over wrist. Now begin to stack the hips. Right arm reaches high and maybe the gaze follows. Flex through top foot, power up the leg. Take another breath. And exhale the top hand down. Step your right foot back, send your left leg high. And flow through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths, lengthening. Making your way through to the top of the mat. Half lift. And exhale, fold. Two more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. One more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to waist and slowly rise to stand. Reach your arms up to the sky. Roll the shoulders down the back and lift onto the mounds of the toes, lifting the heels off the earth, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, take the hands to the waist, and step the left foot down the mat for widespread foot pose. Feet parallel. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and reach the arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth between the feet. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, take a fold as deep as you can comfortably for 5 breaths. Walk the hands under the shoulders and lengthen again. Inhale. Walk yourself over to your right leg. You can take your right hand behind and left hand in front. Square the chest. And exhale, bow in towards your thigh. Inhale, lengthen, hands on the earth. Point your right toes in towards the corner of your mat. Sink your hips in towards your right heel. The heel might lift. Keep the front knee in line with the toes. Lift your chest. This is Skandasana pose. So just take a moment here. Maybe hands can come to heart if that feels stable.
Perhaps you open up and breathe. Left toes are pointing up towards the sky. And slowly release the hands. We're going to walk the right toes out now, pointing towards that corner of the mat. The right edge. Keep the hands to the inside of the right foot. Option to stay up on the ball of the back foot, or release the knee, untuck the toes, and press into the top of the foot. Just engages the legs slightly different. Press into the hands, open the chest forward, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the back knee, coming into your lizard pose. You can stay elevated on the hands if that's enough for your right hip. You might drop down to your forearms. Neutral through the neck. Option to roll to the outside edge of the right foot and let the knee fall wide to the side. And breathe. Just a couple more long, deep breaths. Pressing into the hands as you plant your right foot back down. Heel toe your right foot back to center. Shift back to half splits just for a breath. Inhale, bow, exhale. Good. Plant the right foot down again. Tuck the back toes. Send yourself forward to standing splits. Option to keep hands under shoulders, lengthening through the crown of the head. Or walk yourself in, lifting your top leg. Maybe right hand comes to ankle. Maybe both hands come to ankle. And you breathe. Good. Level the left hip. Now send the left foot to a diagonal onto the earth. You're going to release your left knee down. Take your right knee in front. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Separate the heels and sit between them. Relax your shoulders. And inhale, reach the arms up, create a long spine. Take a breath like this. And on your next exhale, left arm crosses over, right for eagle arms today. Lymphatic system. Option to keep the arms like this or release them as you fold forward over the legs to get a little deeper into the hips. Just a couple more breaths. Inhale, come forward onto the knees, keeping them as they are, shoulders over wrists. We're going to transition and turn the other way. So tuck the toes, walk your hands to the left until you're facing the back of the mat. Now from here, we're going to walk our feet to the top, bring them to touch. Inhale, half lift.
Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, reach up. Now from here, rise to the mounds of the toes once again and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the heels to the earth, hands to waist, and lunge your right foot back. Widespread foot pose. Inhale, reach up. Take your peace fingers and exhale, catch big toes. Lengthen, inhale. And fold, exhale. 5 breaths. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, the elbows in towards the legs. And breathe. Hands under shoulders, lengthen to half lift, inhale. And walk yourself to your back leg, your left leg. Right hand to foot, left hand behind. Roll the chest and bow in towards the thigh. Inhale to lengthen as you frame the front foot with your hands. Point the left toes to the inside corner. Sink the hips down towards the heel. Skandasana. Option to open the arms and gently guide the left knee open a little more, creating a deeper hip stretch. Release the hands down to the inside of the left foot and pivot. Heel toe the left foot open to the opposite corner now. Keep the knee in line. Hands are directly under shoulders. Back toes tucked or press into the top of the foot. Lengthen the crown of the head and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Lizard pose. Option to roll into the outside edge of the left foot. Just a few more long, deep breaths. Press into hands, lift up. Heel toe the left foot back to center. Frame the front foot. Shift back to half splits. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, plant the left foot down. Tuck the back toes. Set up for your standing splits pose. Square the hips. Flex the front foot. Lengthen the spine. Option to stay or walk it in. Maybe left hand to left ankle. And slowly walk the hands back into the shoulders. Guide your right toes to an angle. And from here, lower your right knee, then slide the left knee in front. Separate the feet. Sit between them for Gomukhasana.
Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, lengthen the spine. And this time, right arm crosses over left. Breathe into your back. Tuck the lower rib cage slightly. Option to keep the arms as they are as you fold, or release them and get deeper into the hips. Last couple breaths. Inhale, roll forward onto the knees. Now we tuck our toes. Walk to the right. Turn to face the front. Keep the feet wide this time. Hands are stretched out in front of you, shoulder distance. Feet with the heels slightly drawing away and the toes drawing in. Left hand reaches over for the right foot. Press into your right hand as you lengthen, inhale, and maybe look under the shoulder as you exhale. Couple breaths here. Good. Slowly release the left hand in line with left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale the other way. Right hand comes back. Now from here, you can walk the hands towards the feet, point the toes out and sink the hips to heels here for your Yogi squat malasana. Hands at heart, try to sit as tall as you can, crown high. And breathe into your hips as you gently open them wider using your elbows. Planting the hands forward, lengthen through the legs as you point the toes forward. And we're going to roll through a crow pose. So start to bend into the elbows, draw the knees in towards the armpits. Try to lift one set of toes, maybe two. Hold, rounding out through the upper back. Breathe as you squeeze the heels in towards the hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step or hop through to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths, lengthening. We're going to make our way to seated now, however that looks for you, with legs straight. Our double leg forward fold. Reaching the arms up to the sky, inhale. Fold over legs, exhale. Reaching towards your feet. Inhale, lengthen once more. And exhale, fold as much as you can. And hold for a few breaths.
Inhale, lengthen. And slowly roll up. Bend into the knees. Let the knees fall wide, coming into your Baddha Konasana. Open the feet like a book with the hands for this variation. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears and draw the chin towards the chest. Breathe with a long back. Good. Release the hands. Take them onto the thighs just before the knees. And gently pressing into the left leg, draw your left shoulder down as you look over to the right. And then we switch other side. And you find as you do this, you slowly maybe make your way closer towards the earth. Do it a couple more times each way. Just go as far as you can, breathing. And coming back to center, reach your arms forward as much as you can and relax into this to the best of your ability. Walk the hands under the shoulders and gently roll up. Let the head be last. And come back to feet planted. Give yourself a little hug here. Seated child's pose. Lengthen through the spine, reach the arms in line with the shoulders, and lift the feet off the earth for your boat pose. Option to hold the legs. If this gives you back pain, then plant the feet. Breathe as you lift the chest, maybe lengthen through the legs, take the feet to touch, and gaze towards the big toes as your traditional drishti point here. And exhale, lower the feet and gently roll onto your back. Bring the knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little hug. Rock it out, side to side. Planting the feet, right ankle below left knee. Exhale the legs in towards the chest. Right hand wraps through and left hand around the thigh. Interlacing the fingers as you exhale the legs closer in towards your chest. Option to flex through the right foot. Breathe into your right hip for 5 breaths. Release the hands by your sides, arms wide. Option to cross right leg over left as the knees fall to the left and gaze over the right for a twist. Knees back to center, uncrossing the legs, planting the feet. Left ankle below right knee. Exhale the legs in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the thigh and draw the legs in towards the body. You can flex through the left foot. Releasing the arms wide,
option. Left leg crosses over right. Legs fall to the right, gaze over the left. Inhale the legs to center and crossing the legs, planting the feet. Then lengthen through the legs and send the heels wide and the toes falling open to the side. Arms might relax down on the ground with palms up, or you might choose one hand to heart, one hand to tummy. Take a nice big inhale, and out the mouth, exhale. Start to allow the body to breathe naturally without any control. And spend some time in your final rest. It's recommended that you spend at least 5 minutes here. Thank you very much for joining me today in this practice. Take care wherever you are. Namaste.